it looks like he's getting the money from a various, group of people, and that they could be announcing as early as later today that his $54.20 per share offer, best and final, he dubbed it, will be accepted as the board has met to recommend the transaction to Twitter shareholders.
Yeah, I mean, I think this primarily should remind us that markets change and quickly. Who had this on their bingo card a month ago? At least outside of a fantasy. There's a strange tendency to look at the tech sector as if it were, U.S. Steel in 1960, but it's not. Even Facebook, this big giant, has had two predecessors, both of which are dead, Friendster, then MySpace. Mm-hmm. And if we get Twitter 2.0, it will be the second iteration of a service that essentially lived for 11, 12 years. So, we ought to remember that things move fast in free markets, but they especially move fast in the tech sector. And Elon Musk, who has had a remarkable career. I mean, if you go back to the beginning, he was behind PayPal. He owned the bank that was bought and incorporated into PayPal. Obviously, we know what he's done with SpaceX and Tesla and other services. Will be its new owner and will hopefully change it a great deal.
They say there's still the potential things could go south for a number of reasons, one of which is Twitter would apparently be allowed to accept an offer from another party if it pays Elon a breakup fee under the deal they're considering. So there could be what the left would view as a white knight that comes in and saves Twitter and the world from the horrible fate of Elon Musk actually owning Twitter. And, given the ideology of some people on the left, who knows? That could happen. I remember I met Jeffrey Katzenberg at a party in 2016 before the election, and he said he would donate or spend every dollar he's ever made to stop Trump. Then he invested in Quibi, and it went off a cliff. So I don't know how many dollars he has left for social media outings, but the left is determined to not let Elon get his hands on Twitter or any other social media. They say he's lining up partners for the acquisition. He's continuing to speak to potential co-investors, again, backing from Morgan Stanley, among others. And he spent the weekend meeting with several shareholders over the weekend, outlining specifics of the deal, according to Reuters, forcing the board to seriously consider this bid. He's offered a detailed financing plan. That's what Peter Schiff was saying. He's saying even Elon Musk doesn't have the money, nor would he want to risk his shares of Tesla, which is really his cash cow, for this. But guess again, it looks like he's ready to put his own, real wealth behind this. And I think it's for a greater principle.
Yeah, well, that would be really strange if someone came in and white knighted the progressive movement and took this away from Elon Musk, because then you would essentially have a bidding war, or at least a contest, between two groups that seem to be interested in Twitter with its commercial value and potential as a secondary concern. Yeah. One of the conservative critiques I've seen of Musk is that this isn't what corporations are for, and that it's no more what corporations are for when someone does it, quote unquote, from the right than when someone does it from the left. There's a Milton Friedmanite approach that says corporations are there to make money, and if they try and do anything else, they'll fail, and that as a result, Elon Musk will end up losing money here, that he's going to overpay for a service that has never made any money, and that doesn't have great prospects, and do so for ideological reasons. And if someone else came in and did that even more, it would be strange. I mean, I know Elon Musk says that he thinks he can make this profitable, and that Twitter's lack of confidence in free expression is holding it back. Maybe. But it would be very strange indeed if the guy who is essentially buying it as a hobby was pipped at the post by someone else or a group of other people who were essentially buying it for a hobby.
Mm-hmm. I think, conservatives obviously like this because it feels like fighting back against the left's complete domination of all big tech and the information superhighway these days. Conservatives own absolutely nothing, no part of it, and are sick of being censored. And so it's, I think I heard on you guys, it was either your podcast or somebody else's, but talking about how this couldn't be done with Facebook. It's too big. It can't be done with Amazon. It's too big. But Twitter's just the size that it's gettable for a guy like Musk. So you can't help but cheer him to say, okay, there's one they don't control. But, your point is well taken about whether can he really save it? And if most of the people on Twitter are liberal, as we're told, like, will conservatives then flock to it? Is it going to become a new conservative magnet if he controls it? I'm not sure. We're not like in the practice of making that our space, those of us who are center right or on the right.
Well, I mean, I certainly think he can help it, and I quite like him to buy it. And the thing is that at the moment, Twitter's not being run especially well as a business. So why not try a new approach, even if it's not an approach that would be taught at a business school. Mm-hmm. I think that the strangest thing here, and perhaps the most alarming thing here, is the freak out that met the announcement from Musk that he might try and make it more of a free speech zone. I mean, you would normally expect the opposite, or at least sane people would expect the opposite, that they would be worried someone would come in, buy an internet communications company, and then want to moderate it more, want to censor it more, want to slant it more. Musk said the opposite. Musk said, well, I don't think that this is run very well. I think it's over-moderated, over-censored. I think it's capricious and biased. And about 2 weeks ago, when the idea was first mooted, we had this day of wailing and gnashing of teeth. It's a little more muted today, probably because all of that energy has been spent. So I think he can absolutely improve it, and he can improve it by doing very little, by setting down a set of neutral rules. You don't have to completely refuse to moderate it. I mean, if you want to say that people can't threaten to kill each other, for example, that's fine.
Okay with that.
But what's happened with Twitter that is so pernicious is that it has set up this set of ostensibly neutral rules, but then it has used them in order to enforce whatever is fashionable in San Francisco this week. And so, if you wake up one morning and you see someone has been suspended for saying, men can't have babies or something,
right?
That really is not neutral. That's not a question of decorum or civility, at least not properly understood. And it's also impossible to anticipate because it changes so fast. If Musk can knock that off, then he will do a great service indeed.
Well, let's not forget it was Twitter that shut down the New York Post first on its Hunter Biden reporting, shutting down their account, not letting anybody retweet their article and so on without taking accountability for that, even once it was pronounced not Russian disinformation. More recently, as we seem to be looking at a possible Hunter Biden indictment, in the mainstream press had to report something because the White House sees it coming and they see it coming as well. Speaking of the left-wing freakout, this guy used to be at CNN, Dean Obeidallah, and he tweets out, wonder if Elon Musk will copy the apartheid rules of his home country, South Africa, and give us check marks based on our skin color. The whiter the check mark, the more rights you have on Twitter. Hashtag asking for a friend. What? What is he talking about?
That's bigotry. There's no other way of putting it. That is it's not only unhinged, it's not only illogical, it's not only a non sequitur. That is bigotry. That is going to the well and pulling out a bucket of collective guilt. Elon Musk is originally from South Africa. There is no indication whatsoever that the guy is in favor of apartheid. There is no indication whatsoever that the guy has ever treated anyone badly based on the color of their skin. There is no indication that he shares any of the guilt for what happened in that country. You might as well look up someone on Wikipedia, find out that they were born in Mississippi, and ask them if they owned slaves. That is bigotry, and I'm afraid that's exactly what I would expect from Dean Delia, who has never found a cheap shot he wouldn't take.
Are the high fuel costs putting a damper on your summer vacation plans? Are you rethinking things? From higher prices at the pump to a jump in airfare, it's getting more expensive to get away for a week. But what if you could soak up those vacation vibes year-round without having to travel ever? Get yourself a Michael Phelps swim spa by Master Spas, and you can do it. Whether you want to stay close to home this summer, or just want to extend your break, or just want to make your summer experience more enjoyable, a Michael Phelps swim spa by Master Spas can transform your backyard into an oasis. You deserve it. It combines the benefits of a pool with the therapy of a hot tub. Michael Phelps swim spas by Master Spas have a water current so you can swim. You can like do the laps without having a lap pool. You can do aquatic exercises, and you can just have fun with the kids. The water buoyancy will relieve pressure on aching joints. And so it's actually a very nice way to exercise. You can enjoy pure relaxation over in the massage therapy seats of the swim spa if you're just looking to take things down a notch. This is going to reinvent your family time. You're going to love it. Your family and your friends will too. Michael Phelps Swim Spas by Master Spas come in a variety of sizes to complement almost any yard, even if it's a small backyard. And since it's heated, you can use it year-round in any climate. Michael Phelps Swim Spas are 100% made in the USA by Master Spas. That's the world's largest swim spa manufacturer. Go to masterspas.com, put in the promo code MK to save $1,000 on a Michael Phelps Swim Spa or $500 on a Master Spas hot tub. That's masterspas.com, promo code MK. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.